Evening all, how are we doing? Happy Thursday, hope we're all doing well. Do apologise for the wait. Busy day today. Good day, but busy day. Went through all of the rewards in the new season earlier today, so looks like an interesting bunch of things. Not the greatest season in history, but certainly not the worst either. It's fairly mid-tier, but there's some good stuff in there that I'm looking forward to, so that's quite cool. Yeah, so fairly substantial video on that, if you would care to check it out. It took a fair while to edit. It wasn't as complex as I was expecting it to be, which is always nice. But it did take a while. What's going on here? That's inordinately loud. Okay, if somehow my headphones got turned up. Okay, that's fair enough. I need to blow my nose. Yeah, we need to do some Starfield, don't we? That's the plan, isn't it? It's bloody cold in there. So, yeah, we need to, we're going to head back to Neon, as it turns out we had quite a lot of stuff to do there. There's quite a lot of little side quests and stuff, which is cool. There's the whole Ryujin quest line, but we're not doing that yet just now. It'll happen soon enough, but I'd imagine it doesn't keep us solely in Neon, but I imagine there's a fair bit happening there as well. It'll be interesting to explore that eventually. Yeah, I want to cross off a few more side quests and activities, and then we'll head on and probably maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, we'll see, but we'll be starting some more story stuff before long. See how things go tomorrow. Need to get cracking on a build tomorrow. I'd hoped to start it today, but you know, a whole bunch of stuff kind of dropping through the weeks kept me busy. And revelation on the Fallout TV show earlier in the week. That was cool. Yeah, now obviously a load of stuff about the new Fallout update. Gonna be a Fallout heavy week this week. Try and swing the needle back. We'll yeah, have to pick up a bunch more Starfield stuff next week. Yeah, I mean the ideal goal was to have a mix of everything every week, but not that simple, I don't think. We'll see how things go. Well, it should be, a little mix of stuff should be alright. If not quite every week. So, hope you're all doing well. Here we go. And how's it going? Evening, Tango. Evening, Steve. That is pretty insane, to be honest, Steve, if those numbers are accurate. I could see it being either true or not with about an equal amount of, you know, the disbelief and questioning, you know? It wouldn't surprise me either way at all. Evening all, how are we doing? Evening, Ancient. Come on in. Put the feet up. Right, I need to press buttons. Shall we? Do I have the audio on? I do. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm confusing my days. Everything's running together. None too surprising. That's the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? We are apparently experiencing record cold temperatures today. Well, the last couple of days, you know, yesterday and tomorrow and stuff. She is absolutely bananas, and explains my slightly cold feet. Although, in a moment of entire appropriateness, my other half came home with a packet of socks that are all got space stuff on them. I don't know if you could see that. It's like a space suit on there.
Fill out an application today to become
Maybe
part
laugh.
of the most advanced technology corporation in the settled systems.
Seems appropriate given how bleeding cold it is and how much Starfield we're playing. Good combination. Right, shall we game? Bum. Relief on... Oh, that's cool. We'll do that in a bit. Not doing that. What have we got? Talk to James Newell. Seems to be the next thing. He apparently has to work for us, and he will be this way, yeah. Such a cool street. Interesting.
Hey there. Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for supplies, this is the place.
I'd like to buy something. I'd like to buy some armor. I'll go talk to Xion, see if I can talk some sense into it. Oh, yeah. I remember.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. That'd be extremely helpful. I honestly don't know what to say.
Don't have to say anything.
Fair enough. Just be careful when you're dealing with Sigurd. He can be surprisingly unreasonable when he's cornered.
Right. That's nice and easy.
More zone heads out of here today. I don't think they even knew what planet they were on.
They're just kids having fun, James.
They're off their
Don't kid
fucking
yourself.
trees.
Aurora isn't fun. It's a poison, and it needs to be taken off the streets.
James, please, it's not just the Aurora. It's Administrator Bayou. As long as he's in charge, the city will just get worse and worse.
Both of these things are true. So, is there a slightly better summary here of what's going on? All for one. There we go. Ask Rosenau about Dietrich Siegert. So, James Noel has asked me to dissuade Dietrich Siegert from making payments to Neon Security. Basically, Neon Security, the supposed police of the platform, are apparently trying to shake down merchants, and most of them are refusing to get in on the protection racket, taking the risk, but their situation is being made worse by the one bloke who was actually coughing up. So,
Oh yeah? His Majesty decided to come down from his throne and walk amongst us peasants? What did he want?
He said he wanted to personally thank us for our contributions to the city, and hopes for our continued support. I'm sorry.
Our contributions? Those taxes we pay are a sham, so he can line his ivory trade tower with another layer of gold. Makes me
pretty much, sure. Anyway,
How
so
can I
she
help
wants to
you
talk
today?
about Dietrich. What have you got on
Welcome
him?
to Newell's. Let me know if
Hopefully
you need
not
help
too
with
much,
anything.
because, yeah. You sound... No, nothing's wrong. You sound awfully tired.
Oh my, do I?
Work our way through, why not?
That's awful. I should be taking better care of my customers. You'll have to excuse me. With all the ruckus my husband's been making at the Merchant Alliance meetings, it's difficult to get any rest. Poor old man has himself mixed up in a foolish crusade against Dietrich Sieghardt, who he's angry at for paying off Neon Security.
I don't blame him. I think he's absolutely right. What's this Merchant Alliance?
It's a little group James formed, with some of the other vendors on Neon. I'd call it more of a support group, because all they do is sit around and complain about how hard it is to run a business here.
Yeah, well, actually taking action is a bit more difficult when the people you're acting against have guns and a willingness to use them, and nobody can actually stop them. Well, I can, but not able, you know. Artificially prevented from doing anything about it. Why would he be paying them off?
I assume. They apparently target certain businesses with some type of safety assurance fee scheme. We've been spared that indignity so far, but it's absolutely disgraceful this kind of thing is happening.
Yeah, a protection racket. Who is Sigurd?
He runs Sieghart's Outfitters. It's right outside the spaceport terminal. I suppose you could say he's our only real competition. If you ask me, he isn't such a terrible person. Please don't tell James I said that.
I suppose he is a terrible person. Just a little bit not willing to, stand shoulder to shoulder with people. He'd rather cough up a small amount in order to benefit himself. Not exactly the bravest fellow around. You don't think he's doing anything
I don't
wrong?
believe he is. No. I think my husband has Dietrich all wrong. He's probably doing what he has to do to survive. Just, please don't tell James I said that. I don't want him to think his own wife is doubting him.
The thing is, even if he's doing what he thinks he has to do to survive, it's easy to say, oh, well, to be sympathetic to the guy when it's not happening to you. But the thing is, if they're successful in getting money out of Dietrich, they'll start, I'll see it. They'll start going to other people and stamping on everybody else and smashing their place up when they don't cough up. So his short-term solution is just going to make things worse for everyone else. Mostly because he folds like a cheap seat. Does James know you don't agree with his crusade?
I have no idea. Anytime the subject comes up, it turns into an argument. Frankly, he's so obsessed with this Dietrich situation, I don't think he's listening to me at all.
Well, don't generally listen to people who are wrong, do you? Why are you so convinced he's wrong?
It's just a feeling that I have about Dietrich. I'm sure he's paying off Neon security because he has no choice. He can't afford to fight back like my husband expects.
But if he doesn't, it gets worse and worse and worse. So eventually he won't be able to afford to pay them off either, and neither will anybody else. And he's going to drag everybody else down with him. So, yeah, you're just being incredibly short-sighted, woman. Use brain. This is why people shouldn't have opinions. You missed the snow, Steve? Well, I've missed the snow as well. That's cool. Quite glad about that. I don't know how long it'll last. Rumour has it there might be snow at the weekend, but the weather forecasters are suggesting that there might be, but we'll know how that goes.
Take your time. It's fine.
Speak my as they try not to slip over, Tinky. Shopping and then keeping warm. The keeping warm bit I'm definitely down for. Not so much the shopping bit, although I did a bit of that today. I'll get to the bottom of
Well,
everything.
thank you. I can't remember the last time a total stranger walked into our store and offered to help.
Well, technically, we did it yesterday,
so...
so...
James happy again. He used to smile at me all the time, Now all I see is worry on his face.
Because
I
he's not
suppose
quite
you
so
can speak with him
short-sighted.
about it if you like. But perhaps you'd like to browse our store a bit before you do?
Yeah, and what's your opinion on Sigurd?
Dietrich is actually quite a lovely man, though lately he's been under a lot of pressure, which has made him rather bitter. When we first opened our business here in Akuchi Market, he was actually very helpful. Offered us advice. Didn't treat us like competition at all. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Dietrich is doing anything wrong paying off Neon security. We all do what we
Again?
have to do to survive in this wretched city. Unfortunately, my husband is convinced that fighting City Hall is the way to solve all of Neon's problems. I think he's wrong.
Well, paying up ain't the way to do it. And as I said, he's solving his own problems is going to just dump problems on you, so... I suspect short-sightedness is the problem here, not anything else. How did you meet your husband?
Oh, he'll be so upset for me telling you this. But it's such a funny story. I can't resist. James and I used to work on the Chasm Bass line at Xenofresh. We didn't do any of the Aurora extraction, just dealt with the leftovers. I was a supervisor on the line, and when the alarm went up that it had been stopped, I investigated. I find James inside a storage vat, up to his shoulders in stinky fish guts and blind as a bat. The gut got in his eyes, you see. I had to walk him to the showers, strip his work clothes, and hose him down. When he saw me standing there, he turned bright red.
Imagine he would.
After the shift ended, we went out for a Terra Brew and talked. A year later, we were married. Better times. Better times.
Let me guess. The smell of fish now gets you excited. What?
Stop by again soon.
Nice woman, bit short-sighted. Get you into trouble thinking, Errol. I should do less of it if I was you.
Submit your application.
Need killer mission, eh, Steve? I really need to get round to sweeping mine.
Ugh.
It's mostly a patch of
You will not
concrete, though, so
understand
it's
how
not like I have to do
anyone
much
can
else.
Tolerate the lights and the music for long.
There's a really cool globe thing up there. Anyway.
Welcome to Sick Heart's Outfitters. I have plenty of supplies for your next expedition in stock.
How long have you been in business?
I've been at this location for the last 8 years, but I've had a business in Neon for almost 20. As soon as Ryujin broke ground on the tower, I knew the city would start swarming with people, so I went all in.
That's astute.
I love this business. It's my life. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Let's see where this is going. James Newell objects to you paying Neon security
Yes,
protection
I'm
fees.
aware of James's objections. That's partly why I don't go to the meetings. But if I don't pay Dexler, I'll lose my business. And what good would joining the Alliance do then? So, really, I don't have a choice here. If they want to fight Neon security, they can. But I need to protect my livelihood.
Next week he'll ask for more, and the week after that he'll ask for more again, and so on until you can't afford to pay him either, and then your business collapses anyway. And along with you, he will take the rest of them with him, with you, because he thinks if he can get money out of you, he can get it out of other people too. You are not helping yourself here, you blind fricking idiot. People are so stupid. Which is good writing, incidentally. But stand up better if everybody's unified. Can't be you with letting Dexler profit off your games, which is a cut you need your leadership. Who's Dexler? Who's Dexler? We actually know, we met him not so long ago.
He's head of Neon security. But he is less concerned with crime than he is siphoning money from honest businesses. But it's not just him. All of Neon is corrupt. The only way to survive is to give in to their demands.
No, it's not! The opposite of that is the only way to survive. You fucking retard!
It's
extremely
fine in
annoying.
theory, but this isn't New Atlantis. It's Neon. Corruption is
I used
an
to beat him in the head with a
institution
stick.
here. What can a single alliance do to stop what's built into the foundation? I don't want to seem like a defeatist, but frankly, it feels like a waste of time.
Seem like a moron. You can't be okay with letting Dexter profit off your gains. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is closest to what I'm thinking. All of these, well, not. I don't buy into that one. That one, yeah, you can't be okay with them profiting off your gains. Yeah, but he's basically saying a small loss now is better than losing everything, which is stupid and short-sighted. But yeah, this is more the solution. On the other hand, I don't suppose he wants to listen to Newell either, but he's just said he doesn't believe that's actually the way things are going to work.
This is awkward.
Yeah, he doesn't think a small group, was it coalition or committee or whatever, alliance, can stand up to everybody else. It's like, yeah, but if this grows and the more businesses are on it, the more, like, unified everybody is, the less they'll actually be able to shake you down. I mean, a unified front is going to be more effective.
Easy for him to say, he doesn't have my debts. If I don't pay Dexler, I might lose my inventory. And if I lose my inventory, I'll lose my store.
Your inventory is only valuable when you sell it. If he takes all of the profits after you sell it, which is what he is currently doing, then selling it will be irrelevant because you still won't have enough to cover what he wants, let alone your own debts. Blind! He's blind to the obvious problem here. Where's my shovel? He needs to be thought
Why
with
is
it.
that?
Rosa says she gets paid, you pay Dexter, but she also said you're a good man standard. Okay, let's try this one. Interesting, it's blue, not any of the others. Normally you get green, yellow, or red, and this one's blue. Okay, let's see what happens.
Rosa said that? I remember when her and James first started. They were very green. It was a different time.
Oh, it's an auto-success.
Okay,
Well, effectively it was an
you've
auto-success.
convinced me. I will stop paying Dexler his safety assurance fee. And tell
quite
the
easy.
rules I will come to the next meeting. Maybe I will even bring some beverages and snacks. You can't stand up to Neon security on an empty stomach.
Okay. That was a little too easy. He seems so determined to be basically cowardly that one fond memory was enough to shake him out of it. It was a bit too easy. Also, I hope this is just the beginning of something longer, because this could actually go into a whole take down the leadership of Neon Security and try and wheedle out at least some of the corruption.
Brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
But I could also see this not going down that road. We'll see what happens in a second, I guess. There we go.
Feel like making a purchase today?
How often have you tried speaking to Seagate yourself? Out of
The
curiosity.
first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. Sigurd said he had every intention of paying Neon security and that it was final. After that, I tried to speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy to spend the time to sit down and have a decent conversation. It's obvious he has no intentions of talking to me anymore. I honestly don't know what I did to make him so angry with me.
Nothing really. Apparently. He's agreed to stop payments.
Well, I'll be. And all you had to do was talk to him?
I was going to hit him with a shovel, but he came around too quickly for that. Try being less combative. Took some convincing. Sometimes no. It took some convincing.
I don't
Evening,
doubt it.
Christian. How are you doing?
Like trying to wipe the slime off a chasm bass.
Oh, let it go, hon. If Seacard says he's in, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. Thanks for your help on this. The Merchants Alliance is finally united. I don't know if we'll ever get a fair shake in the city, but it's a start.
Yeah, that's a bit disappointing. I feel like this could be the beginning of a longer quest line that would be really cool, but apparently not.
They're just...
Which is a little bit disappointing. Borealis. I can't remember who... Oh, wait. I remember who Borealis is. Borealis is the DJ in Astro Lounge.
Queue for a cup of coffee.
I heard about, I believe, from the bartender in here. When we were here with Walter Stroud, I think.
Not interested.
Just as well, because neither am I. Yikes. Aurora posters. Such a weird bloody place, this. I'm entirely okay with that idea, Christian. Oh, interesting. I guess I should have looked up. No, I did not. Although, to be fair, I was not exactly chilled a couple of minutes ago. I was yelling at a very short-sighted individual who was driving me nuts. That's Borealis with awful taste in outfits.
I'm a little stoned right now. So, let's take it slow, okay?
Getting high on the job, eh?
Yeah, sorry. I don't do autographs.
Not the kind of voice I was expecting. Don't want an autograph. I could pay. I was going to know if you mind. Wasn't after an autograph. Be into that.
Okay, cool. Cool. Most people that come up to me just want an autograph for a picture. And after I've been modding all night, it gets really annoying.
Well, no need to get upset. Well, there's that. Price of stardom. Should be flattered having so many fans. What's modding?
Programming the beats? Turning the dials? Come on, stay with me here.
Price of stardom, I guess.
Oh, so it's my fault. I suppose next you're going to tell me it's okay for fans to start stealing stuff too. My music slate's gone. Completely vanished. I had all of my new songs figured out on that thing, and someone ripped me off. Total drag.
Those spiky things wiggle a little bit, and it's a little bit disconcerting. Sunshiny, thank you very much for the new sub. That one flew under and I didn't actually hear it, which is strange. Did the alert not go off? Might have to just check and maybe give Dream Elements a kick up the backside, just in case. I suppose it'll help, but you know. But thank you, anyway. Welcome on in. Appreciate the new sub. Yes, I think it needs a kick. It does be like that sometimes. Technology and all that. Ta-da! See if it works properly now. You didn't see the alert either, no? Yep, seems like it's Stream Elements is forgetting to do its thing. Anyway. Help you find today? How do you get started in the music business? Does using Aurora help you write your music? Good. How do you get started?
I started playing music when I was 10. My father had an old electronic keyboard he passed down to me, and I fell in love with the thing.
That's
By
cool.
the time I was 15, I got my first track and started club hopping. I was pretty young, but with my father as manager, he watched my back. 4 years later, and here I am, booked into the hottest club in the settled systems. Pretty crazy.
Interesting.
Feeling the music?
So she's as high as a kite and she's 19.
Oh yeah,
Tell me about Aurora.
absolutely. It allows me to step away from myself for a while and harmonize with the universe. There's music out there, you know, if you listen. The trick is not getting hooked on that feeling. I got close to that state a few times, but reality and responsibilities always managed to pull me back.
Help you find your slate that apparently got stolen.
Man. Wow, that would be so cool. Yeah, please. I thought I sensed a decent aura around you when you walked up.
Keeps the music flying, be worth the effort. Just want to get paid. Why is it so important? What do you have in your music slate? Well, I know exactly why it's important, but anyway.
Yes, I perform here at the lounge every single night, which means
Beast.
I can't repeat the same set over and over. I have to keep it real.
Yeah, that would be a challenge. What do you have on your slate?
Songs, lyrics, poems, all of my thoughts, basically. We're
Yikes.
talking 3 years of stuff. It's not like I can just rewrite everything. Some of those moments of inspiration are long gone, out of my mind. That's why I write them down.
Yeah, that's fairly accurate way of putting it. If it keeps the music flying.
Exactly. So, anything you can do to help is appreciated. Oh, and if you're looking for a lead, talk to Micah. She works the bar at Euphorica, and she's a walking grapevine. Anyway, I got to figure out how I'm going to mod my next set. I'll see you around, okay? Sound safe.
Super fan. Oh, this could be interesting. So, Micro Euphorica, so not quite the same scale of club, but basically another club. Why do I get the feeling this is not going to be just a case of her having heard something on the grapevine? Entire crew wears a neon dancer outfit. That is a safety feature in Starship with low ceilings. Well, yeah, I can get behind that. A little bit extra padding is not the worst thing ever. I saw a lot. I really didn't register that this ceiling thing was actually the DJ booth. That's pretty cool, actually. Couple of extra points for coolness there. Very strange young lady. Kind of having mixed feelings about the whole getting high to write music thing. There's a hell of a lot of good music was created that way, but at the same time, it's a little bit of an odd idea, really. Like, how the heck are you supposed to understand, like, work around theory and stuff if your brain's all addled? I guess you have it drummed in enough. Or, don't worry about it too much and end up in the same place anyway. That's basically the way a lot of people do. Euphorica is pretty cool. More bar than club, I think. Definitely more my speed than the Astral Loungers. Although, yeah, it's still a little bit too much bar, not enough
Here
pop.
for a drink? A chimera. Come in and let
So
your
you like the
peers
idea
make
of something
way
called a
for a
chimera,
while.
then? Looking for information on stolen slate. Drink. Kate told me Aurora purchases are legal here. Is that true? No. Let's find out.
Yes, it's true, and I respectfully ask that you keep your voice down. That information is for Vermilion Club members only. After some long-term negotiations with Administrator Bayou, we've been granted legal
that's
permission
interesting.
to sell Aurora, provided we don't advertise. The licensing fee to do so cost us quite a small fortune, so we'd appreciate if you keep this information to yourself.
You think you'd want people to know, come in, buy the membership, go upstairs and buy Aurora then. If you can't advertise, problematic. Also likely to send you under unless you can make your sales, so I don't know. Weird. So apparently this is one. It's like they're all on this whole, the only place it's legal to buy Aurora is in the Astral Lounge. But it seems like there are a couple of places now where it is legal to buy it otherwise. Apparently, despite the fact that they don't have admit to it, it's now legal here, and we've managed to set something up with what was his name, the creepy Russian dude last time. Looking for information on stolen slate.
I see. I'd be willing to divulge this information for the right price.
How do I know the information is good?
Because when you work the bar, your clients tend to be more honest than they'd like to be. And besides, information isn't a drink that you can sample.
This is a good point.
When clients come to my bar, they expect a certain amount of discretion. Eroding their trust is not something I'm willing to do for free.
Fine. I'd like to negotiate that, but she won't do
Thank you for your
it,
business.
apparently.
The man you want goes by the name of Stratos. You'll find him at Madame Savage's. He's what you would call a fan of Miss Borealis's works. Or maybe fanatic is a more accurate term. Either way, he's the one
It's
you
the
want.
same term.
But you didn't hear it from me.
Curious as to where she heard it
May
from.
all your journeys be safe.
Convince him to hand the slate over, or recover it through less open means. That's a good music, could be a lot of fun. Well, it's more the writing side of it that I was referring to, Christian. It's been there, done that. It's overrated. My ammo. Might have been better to go to the other door on reflection, but where I need to be. Oh yeah, footsteps took a second to cut in then.
You're out there a lot, right? In space?
You're in the right place, baby. Everyone knows this is Neon's premiere, so
Slightly rougher side of town.
Take it easy.
Stratos, huh? Yeah, it ain't the song, buddy.
Mate, I love her music so much.
Then why the f are you here, not in Astral Lounge where she's performing?
I'm talking about Borealis, mate. I vibe with that bird hard. She's a beast on the beats, and I love her. Got a track in
Okay.
me right now. Boom, boom, boom. Hear it? It's bloody mood, innit? I just need some more Aurora so I can get me head bobbing with the wave. Find that zone.
Not going down that road. Might be able to help me out, Aurora, if you give me something in return. Sounds like you're a big fan. Sounds like you're creepy as fuck and probably going to end up trying to murder her.
Yeah, which is why it pains me to be here and not in the Astral Lounge. I can't stand being away from that place. And, but I can't listen to Borealis if I'm not zoning. That bird's song deserves the best eye Aurora can fly.
So it's true you're a fan.
A fan? Mate, I'm way more than that. I've been following her career since her club hopping days. I know every song, every lyric, and every beat. I can probably tell you the number of hairs on her head, if you cared about that sort of thing. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing weird about it.
Oh yes, there is. Oh yes, there is.
Her music, unlike her.
There are many things very, very weird about this.
In fact, I've made a whole bloody career out of following that woman. Hell, I probably know that bird better than she knows herself.
Okay. Let's follow this down a very weird rabbit hole.
It's the way she makes the colours dance. With
No, mate,
most
that's
beats,
the drugs.
You get these colourful flashes, and the world gets all wavy like. But Borealis makes the Aurora dance like nothing I've ever seen. Her mods puts out a spectrum of colours that don't even exist. When she hits those high notes, and you're completely zoned, you don't just ride the wave, you steer it.
He's very weird. Brothers and nails on a chalkboard till blood comes out he is. The music's alright. Agree, she's brilliant. Okay, let's agree with him. I can always shoot him in the head later if I feel like he's going to be a problem.
So you get it then. Borealis's mods are an experience. Every note is like a set of hands lifting you up into the zone, real gentle like. And when it peaks, it's like you reached a whole new state of being.
Right, you weirdo. She needs a slate back. Cough up.
Mate, there's no way in hell I'm giving you this.
I've got some large guns that say otherwise.
As her biggest fan, I feel like I deserve to have it.
Give him Aurora. No. Gotta be a way to convince you. How could you steal from your idol?
I didn't steal anything.
Yeah, you did.
Borealis always says her music belongs to her fans. So I just took what was mine.
Yeah, that's not quite how it works.
I don't know. I think it is. I'm not giving up this slate.
It's not an option to just cap him in the head, is he? Because he's surely going to creep up there sooner or later and stop stabbing her on the way out of work or something. He's definitely a maniac. That sounds like an interesting evening, Christian.
Why would I part with the one thing that connects me to her?
Yeah, creep. It's the best work. Isn't the best work. It's embarrassing for her. She'll be grateful if you return it. As a super fan, you should do what's best for her. As a fan, you should do what's best for her. I'm going down that road.
Yeah, I do want what's best for her.
She'll resent you if you keep it. Grateful to you if you return it. No, resent you if you keep it.
I don't want that. She should know I appreciate her.
Okay, I think I might be making this worse. Your relationship isn't normal, you're a total creep. Well, that's probably not the way to go to persuade him, but at the same time, it's also entirely true. Grateful if you return it. No, that's how he turns up outside her house with a fucking weapon. This is not going to work, is it? I'm worried about this.
Really? I didn't think she even knew who I was.
I'm sure that's the way we both walk away happy.
I'd like to think so. As much as
I'll
I
pick the right choices to get the result I needed, but...
right. Okay, you can have the slate. But next time I stop by, I want to hear a mod so sick it beats the piss out of my brain.
I'm not even going to ask why you've got piss in your brain. Piss for brains, we can see. She's going to need bodyguards with automatic weapons. And if she drives home, she ought to replace her vehicle with a tank. Yeesh. Excuse me, I'm just going to go and scrub myself with some bleach. And a Brillo pad.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days.
I really hope I can warn her that this guy's insane. Yeah, it's not that guy who claims to be a fan. What he actually is the kind of lunatic who's probably going to be waiting outside when you finish. FYI.
I feel like I know him.
Well, we've met.
Hope you're enjoying the music at the lounge.
Turns out a fan picked it up.
A fan? Really? Although, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They can get pretty possessive. Doesn't matter if it's my things or my time.
Sounds tough. Price flame. That fancy never sounds tough, so you have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's not all bad. Love can be toxic, or it can be beautiful. Sometimes people just confuse the two. But sounds like it all worked out in the end.
Sounds like she's just as nuts as he is.
Which means the people will get their trip. Inspiration's like a wave. Sometimes it's hard to catch it before the break. That's what this late is. A still wave. A feeling frozen in time. And I appreciate you bringing it back to me.
Music saves returns still in good shape.
Yeah, it looked like nothing was downloaded or tampered with. I'm almost glad it was taken by a fan instead of a competitor. Would have been awful to lose that thing. I was working on a brand new concept piece about floating into the center of existence. I'm not feeling it yet. I'm still working out the last few sections, but eventually I'll give it a spin in the Astral Lounge. Thanks again for finding that thing. Next time, I'll try and keep an eye on it. Hope you enjoy the show.
Watch your back, because that guy is so turning up and shooting you one day. Try to look at her feet. They're in some weird boots. Restraining order, yeah. Somehow I don't think a restraining order is going to do the job. Really do with stalkers. Prisons tend to be a bit more effective. At least on a temporary basis. Security dude will blow his nuts off is also possibly a good idea. I feel like a shotty to the gonads is about the only thing that's going to stop him doing something unfortunate. Right, so that interesting. Seems like we're doing fairly well. We've got a few bits and pieces to do, but Catherine Glusian is here somewhere. Over there, apparently. See what's up with her.
If my shift goes on again, my girl is gonna
She didn't have feet earlier. Can't say I noticed. Shadows did make it look like they disappeared a bit, though. Bethesda have never done feet particularly well. To be fair.
Too bad I can't squeeze any Aurora.
Oh, I remember her. When we were here doing the mission for the Crimson Fleet, we had to get into Genadine. And I noticed this lady here had a shop and was talking about something. Apparently she was quite, She was quite upset about something, but didn't want to talk. And then somebody else said you should go and talk to her because she's quite upset about something, and now I've got a quest to go and talk to her.
I'm afraid I'm not in the best of spirits right now, but I'll try and help. Oh, there you are.
Fishworks outfit's quite cool.
Better today. Sorry about all that.
I mean,
before.
it's not, but you know, it's an interesting design.
The thing is, well, I
Fibers
lost
are
my
really cool.
husband Thomas last week.
The weave on it.
He supposedly had a heart attack and fell from the upper platform. Of course, that's the official word from Neon Security. I'm not so sure they're telling me the truth.
No, I'm not either. Like, if you look at the sleeve, you can see the individual like threads woven into the material, which is really quite a nice bit of detail. That's cool. Was he ill?
He was almost 70, but according to Dr. Manning over at Reliant, he was in good health. Heart attack, my eye. There's no way that's what happened.
You suspect foul play?
You're damn right I do. How that
Damn
security
chickens.
officer could stand there and tell me Thomas died of a heart attack. Well, it's a damn lie is what it is. I'm sorry, this is my problem. You're just here to shop, and here I am filling your head with my conspiracy theories.
Neon Security, it's not much of a stretch to believe. Wouldn't be much of a stretch to believe they tossed him off there. What do you have to say? What's the story behind the quick shop? I could help you find out what happened to your husband.
Oh my. You're the first person in this awful,
You have been
awful
pushing people
city
away.
that's reached out to help me. Thank you.
Instead, find out the truth. Sounds too suspicious to simply dismiss as an accident. Maybe the truth would be too painful. You should just move on. Why are you so certain this is a conspiracy? Well, because they're about as trustworthy as a
said they never
fox in a
recovered
henhouse.
my poor Thomas's body, which means they're only assuming he had a heart attack. But instead of leaving the case open until further evidence has been discovered, they've closed the book. I want to know why.
So they said they never discovered the body, just blamed it on a heart attack randomly, because he was old, presumably, and just closed it and move on. Well, that could just be lazy kind of corruption, or it could be that there's actually something going on. You deserve to find out the truth. Suspicious. It could just be an accident, but...
The truth is all I've ever wanted. I suppose the proper place to start would be with Neon Security's witness, Tevin Anastas, that pompous ass over at the Emporium in Neon. Just please be very careful. I don't want to end up with 2 murders on my conscience.
Oh, I remember him, yeah. It's like, I'm sure I recognise that guy's name. Have you ever had any problems with Neon Security?
Oh, everyone has problems with Neon Security. They're terribly corrupt, with Administrator Bayou using them as his own personal brute squad. They come in here from time to time, but apart from being forced to give them employee discounts, I've never had anything suspicious happen.
Interesting. What can you tell me about Tevin Anastas?
Tevin owns the Emporium over in Bayou Plaza. He's a horribly overbearing, pretentious man who wouldn't dare set foot in the underbelly. The strange thing is, we've never had to deal with him in person. Why he'd be involved in Thomas's death is absolutely beyond me.
Tell me about your shop.
My husband and I opened the shop about 8 years ago. We were hoping to cater to the workers at Generdyne and Xenofresh. The business has had its ups and downs, but lately our rent has skyrocketed, so we've been forced to raise our prices. Unfortunately, the workers assumed we were becoming greedy, and as a result, we've had a couple of incidents with shoplifting and some vandalism. Honestly, well, I'm just trying to make a living.
Sounds to me like there might be a connection between rising rents and her husband's death. What have you got for sale, out of curiosity?
Sure, I suppose that would be fine.
You're trying to run a business, aren't you? Do you want me to buy something or not? Food and drink. Good for decorating your kitchen with. That's about it, really. Well, she's got Terror Brew, but...
I wish you'd say something. It was nice speaking to you.
Said many things. Xenofresh seafood. Xenofresh sushi bar, I guess. Quick shop, off-world eats, Xenofresh seafood, and there's a Chunks Express, which is basically just a hole in the wall with some Chunks vending machines in it, and a Terror Brew vending machine. It's cool down there. Just doesn't quite reach its potential. Also, there's a submarine ship thing, boat thing here. I feel like this could make for a cool part. Whoa, no. I wonder what would happen if I fell down there. I'm honestly kind of curious. Yeah, I feel like that could be involved in some kind of interesting mission. There's definitely opportunities to get down under the water from a story standpoint. Right, so when are you going to talk to, what was his name, up on... at the Emporium? Not really much in it, is there? Best character in the game is opposite her shop.
You see any heat leeches? You've got our permission to take care of them. Things are dangerous. If you got any spare creds, I can always take them off your hands.
This lady?
Hey, Chief. You got any creds you can spare?
Sure.
Thank you kindly. You're a class bass, you know that? I'll do my best to someday pay you back. Street's honor. This isn't a donation, it's an investment.
Have you been panhandling for long? What the heck is panhandling?
About 6 years. I bet you could tell by how good I am at it. It took a lot of practice, and some work on my messaging. But if you got any feedback, Chief, I'd love to hear it.
Stop calling me Chief. Don't need tips from me. Oh, begging you, Xion. Don't need tips from me.
I don't know. You can learn something from just about anyone. But I did put you on the spot, so no biggie.
Got a place to stay? How's one get so good?
You want to know the trade secrets, huh? I don't blame you. It's a lot like real estate. Location and timing are big. You gotta be visible, but not so much that people call the guards.
Yeah, I kind of reached that conclusion, though. Never heard it before, though. Interesting. Location, yeah, fair enough. Place to stay?
Presently, no. Pastly, no. Futurely, it's a work in progress. Depends on how this fiscal quarter goes. But it's gonna take a lot for me to upgrade. I found a primo spot next to the trawl store. I got a roof over my head and all the garbage I can eat. I can't eat everything they throw out, but I can eat enough.
Want some more credits?
Thanks, Chief. You're a class bass. Bye-bye. Hey, Chief.
You like another donation?
Oh, it's all right. Once per day is enough. I don't want you to go poor.
I wanted to see if there was anything else going
Again
on
for the creds.
I've explained a lot. Yeah, I've definitely never heard that term before. Huh. Okay, I must be missing something, because somehow I'm all the way down at water level. Well, I ain't going in there, but I'm curious as to what might happen. Inclement weather outfit. Seems reasonable. Copper. Deep Seeker space suit. Again, not going to take any of this, but I guess I'm going to be coming back here at some point. Evening, Grey. How we doing? Did not anticipate that. Oh, being that close to the edge is making my knees go funny. Some ugly looking space fish over there. Skinny dipping not advised. Well, given that the fish look like that, I'm going to get a nasty nip off one of them. That way. There's my sleep crate. Video is available. Just most recent Starfield video. Thinking about it. You do actually have a Emporium, must remember. You actually have a counter now. Right.
Now that I appreciate everything you've done for me.
How are things now the Headlock's out the way?
Quieter. Much quieter. I think dealing with Headlock has convinced Seoka to back off from harassing my shop. And according to what I've heard, everyone else's.
This should
finally
difference.
give me the time
Just in the
to
short term.
concentrate on running my business, rather than wasting time looking over my shoulder.
You jump off the platform, see what happened, then got the lift back up. I was thinking about jumping off, I have to admit. I assumed that I'd hit the limits of the load zone and then also die. But, I guess not. I want to talk to you about the death of Thomas Xion.
I'm not telling you a thing. I've already reported what I saw to security.
Obstinate assholes get the beats.
Leave. Your presence is bad for business. There's
You can
nothing
talk
to
to me.
tell you. Get it through your skull.
I've done you a favour and you're clearly... somebody must be threatening him, I guess. He's also been an ass, so... keep it quiet about something like this with hardened conscience. What's the big deal? No one will care. Civic duty... I know security are lying. Don't make it any harder than it needs to be. Must be hard on your conscience.
Listen, I don't want anything bad to happen.
Tell me when I get out of your hair. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. Just tell me what already happened.
My hero.
I've already done you a shitload of favours, and well, we're going to have to go big, I guess. I already know they're lying.
You're a very irritating person. Enough of this! Stop your damned prying. Now, if you'll excuse me, some people have work to do. Please visit us again if you're in the market for luxury items.
You see, I don't accept this sort of behaviour from you.
I cannot will. What are you doing?
I'm beating an answer out of you.
What are you doing? This is hopeless. I'm out.
Did you just take a shot at me, dickhead? Now security shows up. Check the time. 46, 43. Okay, that's fine. It's not acceptable. Stop talking or I'll smack your head into your desk. Shocking. I like the concept behind the persuasion system. I just feel like the RNG element of it is... It kind of defeats the idea. You know, the whole ask the right questions to persuade thing. Sticking RNG in there and tying it to ability scores and, you know, well, not ability scores, it's more tied to... What's the word I'm looking for? Skills. Just doesn't quite balance out. Let's get through that conversation again.
I think dealing with this should
also, the fact that I helped him out in the past should make him more willing to talk to me now.
I'm not telling you a thing. Stop wasting my time and... There's nothing to tell you.
Hard on your conscience.
Listen, I don't want anything bad.
Well, don't want anything bad to happen. I'm not going to let anything happen. Civic duty, I don't think he gives much of a crap. You see?
You'd better be
success that time. Help me if you could. Well, let's go help you if you could.
I hear
there we
you.
go.
Oh my god, enough! I'll tell you what I know, if it'll get you to leave. I saw it
Asshole.
happen. Thomas was murdered and thrown into the ocean. Afterwards, I foolishly reported the incident to security. For
Yes,
my
they were behind
efforts,
it.
I was rewarded with a gun to my head and threatened with death if I didn't keep silent.
Why didn't you step in and try and stop the murder? Because he's a soft shite.
Come on. I'm not risking life and limb to save someone.
An asshole.
No.
Okay.
There are people that get paid to do that. I'm not one of them. So I simply prioritized my own safety and didn't get involved. A lot of good that did me.
Why weren't you in your shop?
Really? Am I not allowed to leave my own shop now? If you really must know, I was going for a walk. Shocking, I'm sure.
Does the murderer work with security?
No. The officer that threatened me was completely different. And the murderer wasn't wearing a uniform. I'd wager that the
doesn't mean
murdering
much.
bastard has a friend in security that's covering things up for him.
Tell me who did it.
It was hard to hear over the commotion, but I'm sure I heard Thomas call his attacker Russell and Rusty a few times. From what I could gather, the attacker was after credits, and Thomas refused to give him any. After that, well, Thomas went for a swim.
Dealt with this guy personally?
God, no. I've seen him around here and there, but if he ever were to come into my shop, I tell him to leave immediately. In fact, I would never even talk to someone like him. I have no business dealing with petty criminals or Aurora addicts.
Tell me where to find him.
Where else would someone like him be, He stays at the sleep crates near Madame Sauvage's place. In any case, when you confront him, my name cannot be mentioned. I very much dislike sharing Thomas's briny fate. And with that, I must insist you leave me in peace. That is, of course, unless you'd like to make a hefty purchase.
Okay, just one other thing.
No, I will not help you hurt people.
I don't need your help. I'm quite capable on my own, see? That's it. To be honest, that really shouldn't make the whole town go hostile. Interestingly, the fact it would have made the whole town go hostile set people off in Cyberpunk. They flew off the handle about stuff like that. But not so much in Bethesda games, which is weird. Just a little easy example of the inconsistencies in people's responses, I think. Oh well. These were the only sleep crates over here.
You're in the Vanguard, right?
Huh, okay, so there's some stuff. There are sleep crates right outside of them, so I just didn't realise. Got them all over the place, these things. Got one of the slightly larger ones, it would seem, but with no furniture.
Hey,
Rusty, huh?
Why don't you throw a few credits my way, huh? Help a guy out, yeah?
Throw a few hands your way. Let me guess, I'll end up in the ocean if I don't give you anything?
End up in the ocean? What the hell are you... Wait, no. He told me that everything was taken care of. No one would know. Listen, you gotta hear me out. I never meant to do anything.
What a
It was
weird-looking
an accident.
fella. Guy's got the face of a child with the complexion of an old man and a voice somewhere in between, and the eyes of a young woman, apparently. Very strange-looking fella. Why did you take Thomas? Who's he? What did he take care of? Who's he and what did he take care of?
Friend, an old buddy in security. But that's all you're getting from me. I'd rather take my chances with you than with him.
Oh, I wasn't going to be anywhere near as rules-based. I was just going to start punching him. Maybe throw a few knees in there as well. Why did he target Thomas?
Why else? I needed some creds for Aurora. And everyone knows he and his wife run that shitty little shop. All they do is rip people off. He was bound to have creds.
He is King Charles. Ears of a bat, yeah. So, you think they ripped people off, which apparently they didn't, and you felt that was a reason to try and rob him for money for drugs. I guess you're going to have to get shot, aren't you?
I got in a fight with Thomas. I asked him for some creds, but the bastard wouldn't give me anything. Things got out of hand. He ended up falling off the upper platform. It was an accident, I swear. Then
The King's here, not quite the it used to be, yeah. They're too literal.
He took care of everything after that.
There are consequences for you. Who's your friend in security? Yeah, I need both of these. Who's your friend in security? Well, either way, I'll end up in the same place. Consequences.
Shit, I know.
Metagame a bit.
I never wanted things to end up like that. For the love of God, I didn't even get any creds off of it. Listen, I messed up. I know
Piece
that,
of shit.
but nothing can change what's already done. Just let me go and I'll disappear forever. No one will ever see me again. No one even needs to know I'm alive. Just, come on, just let me go.
I'm not going to kill you, but you better disappear forever. Leave and never come back. No, he just goes and mugs somebody else somewhere else for drug money at that point. If he was gonna... I really want to shoot him, but... He's so pathetic, I don't think I can.
Oh my God. You don't need to worry. No one will ever see me again. I swear it.
What's the point of that? Andrasia, that's not the point. Not quite the way I expected that to go down. I feel like there's definitely more that could be done on that one as well. Like, could have gone and spoken to the guy at Reliant, who was a medical examiner, find out a bit more information there, and just a few more threads and leads and things. It's a cool idea. Again, just a bit needed to be more. Needed fleshing out a bit more. Really weird looking fella, that way.
Thomas did... Oh, yes. Hello.
I know what happened.
Please, tell me everything you know. I want to hear it all.
Not done this one, right? He was murdered, security officer, covered everything up to protect the killer.
I knew it. I just knew that I was being fed lies. Nothing added up right from the start. Neon security. How can they sleep at night and act like my husband's life wasn't worth anything? My husband's killer. Did you find him? What happened to him?
Name was Rusty. Thomas ever interacted with him before?
Rusty. I believe he was one of the Generdyne workers that would come around and cause trouble. Steal things, vandalize, or the like. They were a rowdy bunch. My husband usually handled the troublemakers and became well acquainted with Rusty and his so-called friends. Vandalism and shoplifting is one thing, but murder? I just never thought things could go this far. So, what did you do with Rusty?
It's okay.
Well, I guess I don't much care for what you did with him, as long as he paid for what he did. And about security, did you find out which officer is behind the cover-up?
I did not. I didn't get a name. I doubt taking security on will end well, particularly for her. I'm kind of not that worried about it. But, I mean, apart from the fact that they have unlimited numbers and will keep spawning in trying to kill me, but, you know. That fact aside, metagaming aside, I wouldn't be too worried. But it wouldn't end well for her. Yeah, I think that's probably the truth.
You're right. It just boils my blood thinking about what they did. But I must say that I feel oddly vindicated just by knowing the truth. The uncertainty was constantly eating away at me. At least I can take solace knowing that justice was served, at least to some degree. I never would have figured out the truth without you. I have credits for you here.
Nah, keep it.
Oh, you're so sweet. In any case, please know how grateful I am that you helped me. You're the only person to ever show kindness to me in this city. And now that I know the truth, I can try to focus on healing. Thank you for everything, from both myself and Thomas.
So I'd like that to have been a bit more involved, but on the other hand, there's one thing that is quite cool about this in a sense. Like, I felt like this was going to end up being a whole kind of, you know, corruption, something involving the landlord and security and that sort of thing. But in the end, it just turned out he was basically jumped by a random druggie who thought he had more money than he did because he'd put prices up in his shop, and the guy had noticed him doing that, and so he just targeted him to try and get drug money out of him. Then, when he didn't cough up, killed him. And you can say, oh, it was an accident. It probably was, but you know, and it doesn't make any difference really whether or not it's an accident, does it, under those circumstances? But yeah, I feel like it could be easy to take it down another road and make it big and significant. But the fact that it just turned out to be kind of a nothing incident that somebody died in, that's kind of good from a realistic standpoint, you know? Not everything is part of some great big conspiracy. Some people just get fucked over by some asshole on the street. So that's kind of interesting in that regard. The reason she won't talk to you, Gray, is somebody has to tell you about her being sad and upset and about something, something being wrong with her. It's one of those things where some, like security or somebody or something, will just mention it in passing as you're wandering around the streets. So, and then it will go into your activities. Then you can go and talk to her. So you need to pick it up that way. So that nothing you do here has consequences. Well, it feels like some of the shops are a little better off. But it's only a very small level of consequence. But that's, you know, relatively credible, I think. So, Ineos retreat staff, talk to Hadrian. I think we could try running the Red Mile again, maybe. Need to talk to a whole bunch of people. Talk to Mania Adams. Collect toxin for Dersh. I don't know who she is. We'll do that. We'll do that, and then we'll cross off a few more bits. I think we'll probably make some good progress then. Yeah, I really like Neon. It just needs to be bigger and more. Like, it's an example of something where the potential's there, but it just doesn't go far enough. Which is true of a lot of things in Starfield, but which I understand. And one of the other things I was thinking about, like the populations and the number of people moving around are quite good. But places particularly like New Atlantis, I feel like it needs to be more. But at that point, you know, there's no way they achieve even 30 frames on a console if they start jacking up the number of people walking around the streets. Like, it's... What am I getting here, looking around? I'm sitting in the 40s, so, I mean, I'm probably in the 50s per FPS. But there's quite a bit of people and quite a lot of detail and stuff going on. Fog and lighting and a lot of people walking around. Yeah, I feel like stretching things to the point where the game started achieving its potential would just cause other problems on the technology side of things. Which is unfortunate. Definitely a case of reach exceeding grasp, but because the potential is so obvious, when it doesn't quite get there, it also becomes more obvious, which is a bit unfortunate. Who knows, maybe Starfield 2 or 3 will go even bigger and really allow them to capitalise on it, and because they've got a lot of established lore and background and stuff already, so we might be able to reach a bit further next time around. There we go, so this lady is...
What now?
Down and talk to you, apparently. What brings you to Neon?
I'm in town for business. My client leaves a mess,
Really?
I clean it up.
What do you do for work?
I'm an independent contractor, working for some very wealthy clients. They open deals, I close them.
Anything to do for you?
There might be. I originally came here to complete a business deal, but the client, in a fit of foolishness, decided to close on their own. Rather than dispose of the evidence properly, they left it in a warehouse. Real amateur stuff. So there are some loose ends that need tying, and I prefer a third party handle it. Would you be interested?
So she's a hit. Presumably carries out hits for people? Hit women, I guess. And this time the client decided to do the job themselves and she wants somebody else to clean it up. Take the job, make it gonna need more information than that.
It's a simple job. I need you to pick something up and sell it. Giving you any more information would be unwise.
I mean, it's neon, I might as well. Make sure it's worth my while.
I'm giving you half of my usual fee, which, according to my clients, is a ransom 3 times over. But I'm worth every cred. You'll find the merchandise in a locker in the warehouse behind Neon Tactical. Gangs in Ibside often use that area to peddle their sunshine and lollipops. So if shit's
interesting,
proper, you'll have to improvise. Once you
do
secure
like her
the
voice.
merchandise, sell it to Coleman Lang at the Trade Authority, so it's part of their regular inventory. Return here when the job is done.
It's quite a nice voice.
Hell yeah! This is awesome!
The club is way too chill as well. Dirty laundry, huh? They're doing a weird mix of helping people out and at the same time not doing. Like breaking the law. It's kind of odd doing the side quests around there. Expose enough crowd control. Yeah, I rather thought that might be the case. If you look back at like Skyrim stuff like that, you see I modded Skyrim to add loads of little animals and birds and butterflies and stuff to the environment. Is that where I want to be? No, idly. But the upshot was that there was too many moving parts and creatures, and well, actors is the term, and it ended up crashing the game all the time. Despite the fact that PC could easily handle it, the game couldn't.
Yeah, I know this.
Presumably the game engine. I don't know, but yeah, it's the same sort of thing going on. But also, when you look at like Cyberpunk, you compared the console versions to the PC version, there was loads of people wandering around the city in the PC version, but you go to the console version, and there was, particularly the last generation console version, there was just nobody on the streets because the hardware wasn't up to it. Oh, we're back here again, huh? Thought we might be. Think midget dealers would have low prices. I imagine so.
All right, what is it?
You're still here, huh? Don't mind me. I was kind of expecting to have to go and assassinate you, to be honest. I'm doing the world a favour if I did. Discarded side star. Gun used to carry out a murder, I guess. Modified lawgiver. It's not enough to make it worth picking it up. Though I am about to go and just... No, down, not up. There we go, that's better. I'm going about to sell some stuff, so... Yeah, I do think like hardware issues are obviously well a significant part of significant part of why they couldn't have as many like people walking around and levels of complexity as we'd like to see. But kind of the nature of the game implies that there needs to be more. Yeah, such is the way of things. Why won't that door open? That's weird.
If I eat fish for dinner.
This one works. Yeah, thought I had the same issues. I mean, all on a sliding scale, obviously. I can't remember how many people were walking around, like, what's the capital city's name in... Yeah, that's the door I was at before. Weird. The capital city's name in Oblivion?
Need something?
Yeah, a little slip from you.
If it's too hot to handle, we can take it off your hands.
How do you manage to save the 3-star Ranger's radar?
Hey, I'm not here to rattle any cages. We get along just fine. As long as I stay out of their business, they stay out of mine. On the rare occasion that I've run into something that's red hot, Ranger Price swings by as a follow-up, we put our heads together and figure it out. It's never really been a problem. You can ask him if you like.
Yeah, as in he went, Imperial City. Is it really just Imperial City? Christ. Yeah. Don't know if I'd call that corruption or practicality, really. Would you be interested in the side star?
Not a bad gun. Good balance, weight. Allied Armaments is a UC company, but their stuff is military grade. But that is not the issue here. That gun is hotter than a frying pan full of fish grease. I'm not giving you anywhere near market rate.
Custom mods on that pistol aren't cheap. Has improved recoil and fire rate. 500 credits. Yes, use the weapon in engineering.
Should have known better than to try and fool a weapons expert. Alright, I'll pay you what it's worth. But only because I know for a fact NSEC won't come looking for it.
And there we go. Did much better. Got 3 times as much. That's cool.
If you find anything else, make sure.
What a dick.
Expertly crafted by the settled system's best engineers in the dark. I'm sure you received the best code. Human, where your credits work for you.
On Aquila, it's the name of a very real Davis Wilson and his deputy managed to kill an Ashta unlike any that has ever been recorded. This massive Ashta, dubbed an Ashta Prime, is a threat in order of magnitude greater than a common Ashta. The stoic residents of Aquila City, though shocked, have taken the news in stride. Our walls have stood for centuries, said one resident interviewed. Unless the Ashta learn to pick locks, I'm not losing sleep over this.
Little flashback to a questline we did a while back. That's cool. Ooh, a little bit laggy there. One zone to another, I guess. Transitioning there. In a bit now. Not exactly my kind of tunes, really. I'm stuck on the dance floor.
What's up?
Better move or it'll be murder on the dance floor.
They say some find Aurora heightens the senses. I prefer to sharpen them.
It's a very
My
nice
client
voice.
can finally relax. He's a very tense man, you see. Tried to smile once, years ago, and didn't like the fit. But I digress. Here's your payment, as promised. Enjoy the rest of your time here in Neon.
How do you like Neon?
It's the world's most exotic accident. They found the drug in the fish oil, of all things. But oil is an old story, one of grease and flame. The grease
Little,
turns the wheels of commerce, and the flame
little
attracts
Dishonored
the moths.
reference there?
So be careful walking these streets, my delicate little insect. Venture too close, and you'll burn your wings.
You're slightly creepy as well as slightly hot.
Yes, but I never
Oh yeah, it's
worked with
definitely an
the same
Aussie.
client twice. Call it a personal rule.
So, no then.
May we live in interesting times.
Yep, definitely an Aussie accent.
You wanna dance?
Reminds me a little bit of, what's the name? Ivan Strahovski, who did the voice of Miranda in Mass Effect. Only a little softer. That was completely the wrong set of buttons. Right. What have we got now? On this particular planet, not very much. So I think the next thing to do is we need to collect some toxin. I can do that. And check in with the owners, retreat staff. So let's hit. What I'm going to do first is relief run and the other one, the toxin one. So those both involve going to the same place. After yesterday's debate, second guessing them all. Yeah, no, that one was better. She was also a model, but yeah, she was the character model as well. She also played an interesting character in Dexter, which is where I first encountered her. Haven't seen her in much since then, though. Mind you, I've also not watched much since then, so... Yeah, no. It's a bit moist out here. That is just very, very cool, though. Did I watch Texas New Blood? I didn't actually, Gray, no. I don't know what platform it was on off the top of my head. So I don't know if I had access to it at the time, or it was just time when I didn't want to, or whatever.
Engines firing. Here we go.
I don't know if it was any good or not. I mean, I heard vaguely good things, but I doubt it'll be quite as good as the original. The original was so good.
Red apogee.
Last season, not so much, but that seems to be the way of things all too often.
Vastness of space.
I don't know what that other star yard on the other side of Narian is, from the clinic, or side of that planet. I imagine it it might crop up on a quest, or it might not. Showtime. That sounds about right. Yeah, that's probably why.
Just look at those stars.
Do I ever travesty? It was the ending of the first show. Yeah, the ending of the original ending was not the best, but at the same time, it did have a few redeeming qualities, I felt. Looked cool, wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Wasn't the button I was looking for, that's the button I'm looking for. Xion arrive. Yeah, I mean, there's some interesting ideas in there, but they did struggle to reconcile a lot of components of it. Let's jump straight on board, I think. Much better sender for the series. Yeah. I'd see myself. Well, I mean, yeah, there might be some stuff that vaguely interests me on Showtime. I don't know, but getting the subscription to. I feel like people like Showtime, and HBO, and everybody else, they need to maybe quit this constant effort for everybody to have their own goddamn streaming service and just, you know, reduce the numbers, because it gets ridiculous to the point where it's even more stupidly expensive than conventional TV gets sometimes, which kills off the appeal quite a lot. Abby!
Are you here for a procedure?
No, Joseph Manning sent me.
Hey, let's keep our voices down. The clinic doesn't exactly know I'm giving its supplies away. That being said, I've been expecting someone soon. I've heard Bayou really has a vice grip on Neon right now. I have some supplies I can give you. Should be more than enough for now, and it shouldn't draw any suspicion from the clinic. I'll have them loaded onto your ship.
Thanks for your help.
Of course. The people of Neon aren't going to heal themselves. You'll find the supplies on your ship. Hurry along before anyone suspects anything.
Bit of a basic fetch quest, but
Spacesuit.
yeah, crap, you don't have quite enough. That's annoying. Or I don't have quite enough.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Oh, good. Story time. Love it.
Hey there. How's it
Sit
going?
down.
How are you?
You need something? Take it easy, boss.
Well, hello, sunshine.
Get your feet off my furniture.
Come on! What the? It'll heal.
Thank you. I don't know.
You missed me.
If that needs cleaning, it's coming out of your wages, Barrett.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad when there were only a handful of streaming services, but it's bloody crazy at the moment. Yeah, they'd shut it to Prime for an extra 5 months. Yeah, a few people who do that. Not really my thing, as I'm not into horror, but... I can probably pick up some...
Stable.
toxins while I'm here, or some other point. Actually, while I'm here is probably the way to do it. Where would I find them? Top call, actually.
Jump complete. This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. That's all.
I think they'll be more worried about you taking contraband off the planet than onto it. Yeah, that's a good point, Gray. An extra £5 edition is better than 20. I should actually look into that. I don't think there is anything on there that particularly appeals to me, but... Yeah, definitely a better deal. We seem to be having some physics issues.
You aren't looking well at all. Perhaps you'd better sit down. Please state the nature of your medical emergency.
What a great reference.
Great. Thank you for all of your help. You really came through for me.
Thoroughly approved.
Things could have been bad if you hadn't come along. Here, take this.
Oh, that's cool. Might just have made my day, that.
The case began with the mysterious source providing copious amounts of evidence, outlining an extensive operation to take millions from Galvin. As Mr. Dombrowski was taken to prison, he claimed he was framed, but our forensic accountant says the evidence against him is extensive and damning.
Hey there, intrepid explorer.
Good to hear Dumbro has gone to prison. Oh, no, I'm with you, guy. I absolutely agree with you. It's a good... worth looking into to see if there's anything they can pick up through a system like that that might be worth having and better than going independently or separately and doing it as an add-on where it's cheaper. Especially as I'm on the brink of kicking my Amazon Prime into touch, so if it ended up being cheaper and worthwhile, I might do it that way. We'll see. But yeah, more it could do that as well. Or a more affordable rate would be nice. So we have for sale. Forgot what I came in here for.
Better selection anywhere else.
Normally that happens in the real world when you walk into somewhere and can't remember what you came in for. In this case, I did it in a game. Nope, you do not have what I need. A little Star Trek Voyager reference has made my day, though. Pleased about that.
Yeah, if it's too hot to handle, we can take it off your hands. Always happy to take...
Resources. He's got some. Wonderful. I'll take it all.
Alright, buzz off. Busy.
Asshole. Well, a couple of bits and pieces, and we should be about done. Cold toes again, though. Got a new pair of slippers arriving tomorrow. I'm happy about that. Because I'm sad and old, and apparently that's enough to make me excited now. Do I know who David McCallum was? Yes, I do, actually, Steve. Actor was around for... He died recently, didn't he? Played the medical examiner in NCIS. I did watch a decent chunk of NCIS, actually. Had its moments, also had its not moments. Good and bad moments. But, yeah, he was definitely a particular highlight. Excellent character, played very well.
Alright, let's see what's out there.
Eugen at one end, and presumably the other tower there. Which I'm guessing I might be having a penthouse in soon.
Orbital insertion.
Trying to sort of get my head around the orientation, actually. I suppose. Still feel like the orientation's off a bit there, but anyway. It's very confusing. Back to the clinic, and then we'll head somewhere else. Can I zoom in, please? Thank you. Yes, that's him, Grey. Quite proud when you walked this room, remember everything you had to do. It was a bathroom, but still. Yeah, I mean, there are several possible things you could be doing in there, but...
Nice job. We're
So,
right on target.
yeah, that's the one, Gary. Definitely the one. It's strange how once you fired your boosters and hit a certain level of speed, you stop firing the boosters and then your ship slows down again, like there's some kind of atmosphere or drag, despite the fact we're in space.
Now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge.
I mean, I get it, but
I
Man from Uncle, yeah, I did read about that.
here, and I hope that I never do.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always by. Kiosk right here for you.
I think I got them. What do you think?
Right button might help there. I need 4 toxin, don't I?
Corns? Yeah, I got corns.
It's encouraging to know that every case we cure here likely means dozens or hundreds more can be saved in the future.
0 scientific and 100% gameplay sense. Yeah,
this
I'm
will
with you there,
directly
Gary.
aid our research.
Ranger.
That was cool. Little acknowledgement for my role as a ranger. That was a lot clearer and more visible than it sometimes is. I wonder if it had something to do with the light coming off the sun and the angle and things. Time of day and such. So, we're nearly there. Check in with the LS Retreat staff. Speak to Hadrian just to get that off there. Maybe run the Red Mile. Well, evening's coming on a bit, but that's fine. I think we might be able to squeeze most of that in. And I think that's basically everything apart from possibly this, which I'm not going to do right now. For we head off and do further into the unknown next time, I guess. So yeah. Where am I heading? Somewhere this way, I believe. Ixil. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You're free.
Red Mile is just repeatable content. Yeah, I thought as much. Don't know if it'll clear or not, or if it'll just stay there permanently. I would imagine it stays permanently. What a funny business going on here.
Ha! Ooh, we're here, hot off the stellar slide.
I may have accidentally shot a planet. As long as nobody lives there, we'll be fine. Botany skill reduces the number of times you need to scan plants and allows you to reveal whether or not they can be grown at your outpost. They've got a receptionist. It's the security guy.
Trackers, Nevin's agreed to let me hire my own security team. Heavens know we need it.
You don't look any older now that you're in uniform, buddy.
What you said before, I think you're right. Maybe this place isn't so off on her goal.
Come into your senses, eh, buddy?
This place is going to be like a second home to our residents, once it finally gets finished. Just happening through our neck of the woods, stranger?
Well, a message saying you wanted to speak to me.
Our donor wasn't too hard on you, I hope.
She's a surprisingly friendly person, considering her line of work. Yeah, her security guard was a dick, but yeah. Not sure I'm supposed to help you out. Best friends now. We'll be taking a mega yacht for a spin once this season. Why so much secrecy? Why so much secrecy?
It's something she had asked for. She doesn't want her firm's reputation and ours to affect one another. But I'm mostly just curious how things went.
Surprisingly friendly, given the line of work.
She can be a hammer when the situation requires. But this project holds a pretty special place in her heart. So I'm sure she was feeling grateful. Well, thanks to your little chat, our donor's doing everything she can to upend the various roadblocks in our way. We're in the process of vetting more security, looking at some additional and more agreeable contractors. Whatever gets this place closer to becoming a reality. Opening's still a ways off, but we'd be going nowhere if you hadn't wandered in.
Red Mile's a great way to test out weapons. Yeah, that's an interesting thought, Gray. Happy to help. Some of my master plans to take you down fail spectacularly now. How long do you think it's going to be before you know?
It's hard to say for certain. We're only just now in a place where we can actually assess how long everything's going to take. But with time, we'll get there. And that's thanks to you.
That'd be a good help.
That makes two of us. Thank you again, love. For you, our doors will always be open.
There we go. Assume that's everything I had to do there. Looks rather like, so I won't cross Hadrian off now. I mean, agree to let her join me and then just leave her right where she is, just to get it out of the menu. That's what she said. Yeah, I'm having kind of flashbacks to the Skyrim mission tracker journal thing, quest list. Just getting longer and longer and longer and never feeling like it got cleared any. So I'm just kind of trying to avoid that to some degree.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how this goes?
Ready for takeoff in 3, 2, 1, go! Ah, there. Stable orbit achieved, like a toy sailboat. Released into a calm pond.
Strange boy, Barrett. One jump, I suspect, maybe? Maybe? Yep.
This is United Colonies Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. You are cleared to land. Enjoy.
Indeed. Don't think I took that picture. Don't think. Whew. There we go. Ship. I feel like the ship barely fits in the circle apart from the cockpit. It's kind of a funny shape like that.
Need some work done?
Well, there's supposed to be somebody up here that I can... Maybe it's the UC Marine. That I can talk to about dropping stuff off for another kind of repeatable fetch quest thing. Dangerous creature samples, whatever it was. Seems to be having a bit of a weird day for the physics today.
Hey.
Baby chasm bass. Apparently is what they're feeding to pteromophs right now. Obviously not quite where I thought I was.
Excuse me.
Pardon.
I am not. This is where I thought I was. Still got the weird combination of weapons there. Yep, we have.
Hey. You need something?
Energy weapon dissipation and pain tolerance, so she tanks, basically.
Okay, I'm listening. What's going on?
How's your assignment going?
Been great so far. I'm happy to be working with Percival again. I think the TMD's set up to make a real difference in the settled systems. I'm honored to be a part of it.
Field assignment. Can you use backup?
Backup? What does that have to do with me?
Helping you come with. Sort of science energy belongs in the field. Would you consider leaving Mars again?
Maybe. Why do you ask?
So you come with, make a good team.
Come with you? You can't be serious. There's no way Percival would okay that. I have important work to do here with the TMD.
Great idea. Let's get the monster aliens higher and unfiltered Aurora for science. Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, they're not going to be around for very long, so I don't really see what scientific advantage there could be to it. Apart from the possibility of them rampaging and escaping, there's that problem. But advantages I can't really see, to be honest, unless it's being used in some way to as a component of what's involved in killing them off. But I don't know. No, we're just using OCDs for that, so. Puzzle already okayed it. It's his idea. It's got the UCs okay.
Hello.
I thought you'd be happy in the field.
Anything?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Are you not interested?
No, it's not that. You just caught me by surprise. I figured I'd be at the TMD for the long haul.
Puzzle already okayed it.
I mean, I do too, but leaving the TMD? That's a big decision.
Start the bright future you wanted. Can't do this without you. So much less to discover. Not the TMD will fall apart without you. Nothing it's a nature adventure. Could be the start of a bright future. So much less to discover.
Yeah, maybe. I have to admit, that trip to Londinian whetted my appetite for field work. I saw myself at the TMD for the long haul, but if Percival already okayed this, then I'm in. If you really need backup out there, I'll watch your 6.
I mean, helping out with my crew. You okay with that?
You can count on me to pull my weight. I'll always help out in combat, and I'm happy to assist you with any research too. Having an extra xenosociologist around on this assignment sure couldn't hurt. We'll be dealing with plenty of hostile creatures.
Who dat? We'll get along well together.
I think so too. Thank you for the offer. Really. It was unexpected, but I think this will be for the best. Both for me and for the settled systems.
Give sight to an outpost. I might just leave her unassigned for now, to be honest, as I've
I'll
got
head
the
out
option.
soon. I just need to talk to Percival before I go.
Cool.
He's gonna get an earful for arranging this without talking to me about it first.
See you, Captain.
And there we go. Another one off the list. It is wonderful. We are making progress. Barrett, Sarah, and Sam need to talk to. Sam probably has something separate to do, but we'll see. Run the Red Mile. Yeah, otherwise. I mean, yeah, let's try running the Red Mile. We got a bit of time, so kind of curious to see if there's any major difference that's going to come there. It also gives me an opportunity to try my gun out on that. I don't know if it'll move it around the list and maybe tidy my list up either. Probably not. I'll probably need to go and talk to Sam for that. But we'll have the opportunity to talk to a bunch of people and press on with the story next time. Which is cool. Got a lot of stuff crossed off. That was productive today. Really ready to smack. Oh, I thought I was going to crash it in the front then. Ready to change the look of my ship, I think. Definitely down for that. Although I don't know what I'm going to do design-wise yet. Other than the cockpit. If you want to be a better man, you can run it over 100 times to beat the current high score. Don't know what the current high score might be, to be honest, or how one would beat it.
We're locking into orbit now.
I assume it's how fast you can get there and back, opposed to anything else. I imagine there's some dialogue or something for it, but you have the current high score. At least from the guy who hangs out in the cantina, who currently is the famous runner.
Switching over to standard engines.
Just checks how many times we've done it. The guys want to hang around to the bar bragging about it. Okay. Let's keep an eye out for that.
Come then. Meet your death.
That little bug's still kicking around.
This is all a bit more legal now, I suppose, but hardly more civilized.
Who dat? Already I have hypothermia. I've forgotten to get dressed or something? Nope. I'm just unlucky, I think. Where was that terminal? There it is. Okay. Jonathan reaches at 28 successful runs. I'm currently on 1. Okay. I'll have to do it 29 times to get to the top of the leaderboard.
Please enjoy your time here at the Red Mile. But the Red Mile is not for the weak and faint of heart. Do you fully understand that?
It's not my first radio, hon.
There is risk to life and limb.
Understand, I need to think about it's not really that dangerous, is it? It's not really that dangerous, is it?
My dear. The Red Mile is full of bloodthirsty creatures that would stop at nothing to consume you, bones and all. The average rate of survival is under 25%. And that's for accomplished soldiers, mercenaries, and hunters alike. It is rare to see a complete novice complete the course at all, let alone alive, with all their limbs still attached.
You'll take me care of me if I get hurt, right?
like we have an infirmary here. No, my dear. You are on your own if you are unlucky enough to survive with injuries. In that case, I hope you brought a friend
Evening,
to
Jacob.
take you to the nearest Reliant facility. Or you can try to convince Lon to put you back together. But he's a much better mechanic than he is a doctor.
I understand.
Good. And are you able to
Yeah, apparently.
confirm that you are
100 would be a
sound,
lot, Gary.
not under the influence of any substances, and not under any form of coercion?
Not under any substances, not being coerced, not convinced that I'm under sound mind. You're standing behind her like quite the creep there, buddy. I mean, I did have that one drink. Is that really a question you need to ask? Voices tell me I should probably not do this right now. Is that really a question you need to ask?
Need to? No. But it helps me sleep better at night, knowing I'm not sending unwitting participants to their death. We get drunkards. And Aurora fiends thinking they're invincible all the time. It almost never ends well for them. And you'd be surprised how often someone is forced to run in order to pay off a debt or some other ill-begotten arrangement.
Sober, I'm free will.
Very well, then. Step aside and we'll announce your run. After the introduction, you'll want to head down the elevator. Then, you're on your own. Use whatever tools necessary to survive. Run to the beacon and activate it. Then make it back here for your prize. For what it's worth, I hope you succeed.
I kinda wish there was a prize. I don't think there is much of one, is there? I don't recall there being one. I walked past you, dickhead.
Whatever you have to say, I don't keep them on duty. Just get the hell out of my face. Go ahead.
I want to kill him. Hey, buddy, I am the Rangers.
Yes?
Come on, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. Need a dancing emote. Run, rabbit, run.
Attention, everyone! I have something very special.
It's very Crimson Fleet.
Our perilous red mine attracts
And I'm Sister too, yeah.
seekers in the galaxy, competing for your enjoyment. Place your bets. Do you think our champion is up to the challenge?
So I got hypothermia and ship weapons cost more to fire while in targeting mode. Okay.
Is this the time they face a gruesome death below? And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
That's red form of that dress.
And let loose our fearless contender.
Let's go. Last chance. Out here already, we got cold feet. They're not in the sense that it would probably be wise to have. Well.
Hey, quiet.
Well, I hit him. He somehow managed to survive the massive amount of damage output this thing is supposed to be dropping. I don't know, and I find it profoundly alarming, to be honest.
again, we are triumphant.
Oof. She's pretty darn deadly, this shotgun. Where's the one that got away then? That's what I want to know. Oh joy. I got that one on? I have. Got him. What's this way? I have a feeling I'm meant to be a bit further left than I am. That's fine.
Your abilities are truly amazing.
Took a hot minute. Sight's getting a lot more distinct as I get closer, unsurprisingly. Floored him, that's interesting. We have another one that managed to hit me despite the fact I was miles up into the air. They're fighting ghouls. Oh well. It's fine. I'm not dead. Yet. Alright.
We reached the stacks. Trigger the flare and make it back. We can do this!
Yes, quite easily actually, Andrea. Stop stressing. That button? Yeah. So you just light a fire on the top of it.
Come on!
Dead ahead, apparently. Right. See how we do. I feel like something is causing my O2 to drain a bit faster than usual, but I don't just mean the sprinting. Reload while I think about it. Not quite sure why my grenade blew up early there. So I have an impact grenade equipped. Do I? No, I don't. Weird. Most bizarre. Aim low. High in this case, the heads seem to be a bit more armoured than the rest of them. Sounds like Androida's getting herself into some trouble back there. Yeah, a little bit. Don't get much XP for my trouble here. Just a bit disappointing. Oh yeah, it's that way. The dot is actually throwing me off here. I've not got the right thing active. That's fine, I can work with that. Around this way, I think. Mind you, it's not hard to see where you're going, right? It's the big glowy thing on the top of the hill. Top of the crater, rather.
Ah, ears ringing. down.
You could shove these things sometimes. Still absolutely loathe the can't jump or sprint and reload at the same time thing. Come on. Burn. I'd forgive it if there was a skill for that, but I don't think there is. I don't know, it could be a reload skill. Perk, but I don't suppose it is. Bit laggy there for a second. Whew, made it. Come on, Android, you're just staying out there. Now you can stand in front of the button, right? Up and up we go.
It's been some time since I have visited, so this should be fun.
I just feel like this is further on the way back up than it is on the way down. It's an extremely steep staircase. Victory!
Someone's got a death wish. Why not make a few credits?
All are welcome at the Red Miles. We don't ask too many questions. Our champion returns. I'm very impressed with your continued victories here.
Doesn't get
Here is
harder.
your prize. I hope to see you return again.
Ooh, I got a thing. Well, it didn't seem a very interesting thing, but I got a thing. A pacifier, okay, with a muzzle brake on it, which interesting looking muzzle brake. And a stock. Quite a cool looking one. Not particularly fantastically useful to me, especially if it's just double bashing damage, but still, I got something for my trouble. Seems I had another wildlife invasion. Get out of here before I freeze, hopefully. A little bit too true to life, that. Yeah.
To be back in our own ship.
Fine, be like that then. Particularly cool in the evening. The lighting is quite nice.
This never gets old. Lift off. Stable orbit achieved.
It's not trying to tell me to speak Yannick. No, I'm not going to do that because I think we are. Yep, it has actually cleared it. That's nice. Still repeatable, but nice that it's been cleared. That's all good. Yeah. Apex Predator notwithstanding, which I'm not going to worry about right now. We could do it another time, maybe. Not right now. I think that was the wrong button. Further into the unknown will be our next challenge.
Could stay here forever.
Welcome back, Nob.
Well, a while anyway.
Off we go.
course while we scan your ship's cargo.
We are here.
I was kind of hoping that could continue in the background for a second there, but not quite the way that panned out. Oh well. Cold toes again. Yeah, oh well. Good stretch. Sharp shooting skill. I might have headshot and critical damage. I might have to think about picking that one up eventually. No tearing rush for right now, but I think we'll have to eventually.
I do not spend as much time here as some of the others, but I appreciate that I was still given my own room.
Yes, you said this last time we get back as well. Right. For one evening, I think it's about that time. Where's my button? There it is. Crossed off a good bunch of side quests and activities the last couple of days. It's pretty cool. A lot, actually. There it is. I can't see for the looking. Nice. Yeah, quite enjoyed that. Do end up feeling a little bit like I wish there was more to things. It's like lots of great ideas and really cool concepts, and the potential is humongous, but you know, the time it would take to put all that extra stuff in is probably another like 5 years or something anyway, so you know, plus the technological issues to it as well. Yeah, definitely enjoying. Looking forward to jumping back into the main story. We've got a whole new mystery to unravel and a whole bunch more artifacts to find, so I think that will be our mission tomorrow, is to kick that one off, which should be fun. Need to dive in and start work on my... need to start and finish work, ideally, on my new Fallout build, so that's the next thing in next order of business. So, yeah, you have to think about that one. I've got an idea for that one. I think I know what I'm going to do. The where part is a different matter, but I think I know the what. Probably. We'll see. Yeah. I think we'll... Well, I've got some maybe ideas, possibly, for possible locations. But, yeah, I'm going to aim to have Fallout build up on Saturday. And then we'll have, of course, the update on Tuesday for Fallout as well. So that'll probably be the next video after that. And I'll aim for second half of next week a Starfield build. So a bit of time to work on that, probably most of next week. Which should be cool, because I've got to decide whether or not to do... well, I think I am going to add a bit more onto my current outpost, to be honest. I've got an idea for one more hab-based space. I don't know if there's anything else I'm going to want to add. We shall see. I could really do with a second thing. I don't know, or several things maybe. Maybe I do like a 3-hab version of my idea instead of a single hab version and connect them together. That could be doable to make something interesting. Got some ideas there. Yeah, let's just write it down now that this idea has just popped into my head. Something like that. I say write it down. It's more of a draw it down because, well, that's just going to work better, so... Right, there we go. I drew it. That's cool. Well, yeah. This idea might be fun, actually. Potential thing to include. Yeah, that gives me a whole bunch of stuff to work on over the next week and a bit, doesn't it? That's cool. So yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, well, we should kick things off at a sensible time tomorrow, assuming I can keep on top of Life, the Universe and everything. You know how that goes. I'm not expecting a video to go up tomorrow, it shouldn't push the kickoff time back, so, yeah. Speaking of, if you haven't seen, I did a video on the season rewards for the upcoming season 15, which starts next week for Fallout. So yeah, if you want to have a gander at what's coming up, opportunity there. And we had a video earlier in the week looking at the new information about the upcoming Fallout TV series as well. So yeah, load of cool stuff to check out if you haven't already, and loads more coming as well. So glad you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for hanging out. Yeah. Starborn Mysteries and Artifacts tomorrow. Should be good, about 7:30-ish, I hope. So, for now, thank you all for hanging out. Have a good rest of your evening. I do appreciate. Hope you enjoyed. You know where all the buttons are down below, as per usual. Like, subs, notification bell, channel memberships, social media links, merch store, all that if you want to have a ratch around down below. And if you're curious about the background music, there's information on that down there as well. Do check it out, and we'll dive back into this all tomorrow evening, which should be cool. So, till then, have yourselves a good rest of your evening, have a good day tomorrow, and yeah, Friday, nearly there. Or it's Friday tomorrow anyway, so the weekend is almost upon us. So, have yourselves a good night, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Thank you.